Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Yes, I am your teacher with the lecture number 9 of the chapter Introduction to Visual Basic. In today's lecture, we'll perform task 4 and task 5 of your lab activities. So let's see. The class teacher has asked Mohit to create an application that inputs marks obtained by a student. First of all, you have to enter marks of a student of some subjects, and then you have to find the total and the average marks and then display it on the screen upon clicking the calculate button. Can you help Mohit in this task? So let's see what will be the form look like. You can see there are 6 label controls in this form. It is your title showing marks calculator, and these are marks subject 1, marks in subject 2, marks in subject 3. You have to enter your marks in these text boxes and then to find total and average by clicking on this calculate button. Of course, relevant text properties have been given to these controls, like to these labels you can see has been given them the text properties like marks calculator, marks in subject 1, 2, 3 and so on, and then relevant font sizes 14, 12 so on, and then text boxes. You can see there are 5 text boxes in this form, and these are text properties. In text box 4 you have to find your output, that is total, and in text box 5 you have to find your average, and it has given text properties like enabled false. And finally, by clicking on your button control, you will get your message box. Here you will enter your message for text box 4 and text box 5, and then you have to of course save your project, and then when you run your program you can see this form will be shown. Here you have to enter marks of subject 1, 2 and 3, and then you click on your calculate button, and finally you will get your total and average. Okay, moving ahead in task 5, you can see the computer science teacher has asked Mushtaq to create a visual basic application for entering the height in centimeters. First of all, Mushtaq needs to enter the height in centimeters and displaying it in feet and inches, and then he needs to convert it into feet and inches. Help him create the code and design your own interface, and it is hint which is given. Height in feet is equal to height in centimeters by 30.48, and height in inches, that is height in centimeters by 2.54. The design of your form will be like this. It is your converter because you have to convert your height in centimeters into feet and inches. Means to say that your output will be shown in text box 2 and text box 3. There are 3 text boxes, and relevant text properties given to these label controls. You can see there are 4 label controls and 1 button control and 3 text boxes. These are the properties given to these controls. You can see the text property and font, that is 12, 14, and here where you will show your output text box 2 and 3, a given property like enable false, and finally by clicking on button control you will get your output. So when you will click your button control, then you will enter your message for text box 2 and text box 3 and save your project, and when you will run your program you will enter your height in centimeters here, and when you will click your convert button you will get your output, that is height in feet and height in inches. I hope you will be able to perform this practical. Do much more practical practice. Until then, thank you. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.